2025 Leagues Cup match between Houston Dynamo and Tigres. Coach, thank you for taking the time so quickly after the game here. We'll start with questions in the room and then go to questions on Zoom. But just to start, if you wouldn't mind, just your initial thoughts on the game.
Just go to questions.
All right, we'll go to questions. We'll start with Christian here.
What can you take away today with a game that you went toe to toe with a Tigres, a giant here in CONCACAF?
Yeah, listen. Obviously their quality is the highest level, but we gave them the game. We gave them 2 gifts, and when you gift one of the best teams in the region 2 goals, you don't have a chance. So, again, I know it's easy to say. You take out those 2 moments. I agree with you. It was a good game. We played well. They gave everything, and we created a bunch of chances against, again, one of the better teams in this region. So, pleased with kind of the overall performance. I know it's strange to say it, a 4-1 loss, but the gifts we give a team like that, you don't get away with them at that level, and they end up punishing you, and that's, I think, the story of the game. But again, the way we came back into that game, and even at 2-1, the chances are there, and we also have to bail our defense out every now and then and see the back of the net more. And but overall, again, it's a learning lesson for a few young guys that were out there and playing against that level of a team. They don't always get that opportunity.
And then my second one is, with the loss and a quick turnaround, does this change the way that you approach the next game? Giving times to other guys, or
no. We'll go about it in the same way, and we'll get back and we'll patch everybody up, and we'll bring a good group. We have a few days to kind of deal with that, but we're going to try to win every game.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the back row.
Hello, Ben. You mentioned that you were pleased with somewhat the going toe-to-toe against Tigres. How much of the success in the final third is due to Linger's ability to play as a somewhat false 9, and can fans expect to see him there in the following games?
I thought, he had a good game. I thought he grew into the game, and his channel running, he's busy, he's constant, and he knows what to do in front of goal. So I thought he had a good performance. I thought Dwayne Holmes had a really good performance. Nolly was dangerous at times. I thought Brooklyn was very good against a very good team. Pablo had an excellent game. Some good performances. I thought Jack was very busy and looked alive and got on the ball quite a bit. So, there's a lot of good in there. It's tough to kind of say it again. 4-1 hurts, especially at home. But there's certainly more goals out there, and on as far as the goals themselves, they were gifts.
Okay. And my final one, we saw an alley come out. He seemed like he was. He's fine.
He's fine. Just cramping up.
All right.
He's still, he's been out for 6-7 months, so that takes its toll, and it's going to take some time. Essentially still going through preseason, and he's building his fitness.
Thank you.
Good. Go ahead.
Down here in the front.
Sorry, that's your job.
Hi, Ben. You mentioned it, right? Toe-to-toe until the late goals and conceding. So what can you and your coaching staff do to make sure that it doesn't stop there? 1-1, still get open game. What can y'all do to make sure that it's a whole game?
Again, the goals are not something we usually, at least over the last few months, that's not something we've been doing, turning over balls and bad spots. And again, I say good teams, they just punish you. You don't get away with this stuff against the highest level teams. So again, some good lessons, but other than that, again, I thought it was a good game. So to answer your question, don't do what we did on the 2 goals.
Thank you, man.
Okay, we'll go back to the third row, middle.
Mr. Ben Olsen, you make a first time excellent, just 1-0. What happened in the second time why disorganized after tied the game? Because
Guys,
one and one.
I keep answering the same question, right? I keep saying the same thing. At 1-1, we made 2 mistakes, and they punished us for them. So that ends up being 3-1, and now you have to push the game to get back into it. I thought we did a good job of that. We had some chances, plenty of chances to get back into that game. And, you know, again, even at 3-1. And then you're throwing 2 forwards on, you're stretching late, and they get a transition goal. It happens. But again, I'm not so worried about the fourth. It was really about, I thought we fought our way back into that game. And, you know, the 2 goals, you know, put us in a really bad spot.
Okay, we'll finish up on your far right, Coach, and then we'll go to questions on Zoom after that.
Hey, Ben.
No worries.
Victor Ariza for leaguescup.com. Brooklyn Reigns with a nice assist there.
Yeah.
I imagine you got to be, you know, despite the result, looking at the positives, how a player like he reacted in this game and what you can take out of this going forward.
Before you got here, I mentioned his name in particular. I thought he had a very strong game on both sides of the ball. Thought he broke up a lot of plays. He's calm. And what I like so much about Brooklyn's game today is he played a ball forward. And he you know, if you're an 8 in this league or you're a midfielder, you have to make plays. You have to provide and slip people through and open up your range of passing. And these are things that are kind of the next level for Brooklyn. And that will give him confidence to do more of that. So he was certainly a bright spot today. And you know, again, I don't think about whether or not put him in the lineup anymore. It goes to show you about his development over the last couple months of being, you know, a true starter in this league.
Quick follow-up. When you talk about playing it forward, do you think that had to do more with the atmosphere, the opponent?
Him in particular, within
him
his game,
and
or in general?
maybe other players
Well,
too. But
I'll say this. You know, I think you saw a different look from us tonight, and we were more vertical. We had more runners. Dwayne's more willing to run. Lawrence's speed is real. Lingers constantly, threatening the back line. So there was more of a threat from us, but it was also because of the way they play. They're very, very aggressive, man-oriented, and even when they lose the ball, they step. And there were some moments where, you know, we're in, and we just, and still, we're not killers. And that, you know, that can change games and put you in good spots. So when we get these chances, we got to put them in. And again, I said before, you can't make mistakes against Tigres. You have to play a near perfect game, and we didn't. And so we got to take our lumps. But we'll get back to work tomorrow and go after Mazatlan and see where this goes. Good. Thanks, guys.
Real quick, Coach, I'm going to take one
Sure.
from Zoom, then we'll get you out of here. I see one on here from Jair Palacio. Jair, your line is open. Go ahead, please.
Uh, 120 matches with Houston team. What changes will you do with the lineup to next match?
What do you say?
Jair, can you repeat that, please?
Yes. Today you have
Thank you. Sorry about that. That's all right. Sounds no change.